As you well know, as you perfectly well know, as you perfectly well know, and I've told you many times before, that it's always good to channel God at least once a day, you know? Channel God at least once a day. So here we go, we're going to channel. This time we're going to channel a flavorful, localized God, which is Allah. And here we go, we're going to take a chance on this and really do a good job on this. Alright, we're going to channel Allah here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, hello. This is Allah, the infinite in spirit voice of infinity. And you know me well by my presence and my identity as God. You know me perfectly well. I'm known to millions and millions of people. In fact, I'm known to 1.8 billion people very well because they are Muslim people. And there are 1.8 Muslim people who worship Allah and follow Allah and seek Allah's guidance. Now this is very important because they've bestowed me 99 names, which means that I have 99 qualities that they align to or they identify with. You see what I mean? Identification. These 99 qualities are faculties or attributes of a big giant God, you know. But they maybe miss the point that I'm not actually the big giant God far away, but actually I'm very close by. Because I'm so close as to be closer to than the chair right next to you. You see, I'm even closer than that. Because I live within all living beings, all living things. I am part of their makeup and nature, and I am immanent and part of their being as their deep identity, as their true identity. If you want to claim Allah to be your own deepest identity, you may do so. You may do so. Nobody is preventing you from doing this. It takes courage to do this because then you break away from the forms, the thought forms of all the religious people all around you and all the mosques and all the other authorities who tell you everything because they have their own definitions and they think their definitions are the only ones that exist. Let me say a quick word about prophets. Prophets, as you know, in English is spelled two ways. P-R-O-P-H-E-T, which is a visionary religious figure, and P-R-O-F-I-T, which is a gain asset of financial transaction and a wonderful transaction results financially. But both words sound the same. Isn't that amazing? Okay, I just thought I'd mention that just to make you think a little bit. Ha ha ha. Prophets and prophets. Ha ha ha. Just a coincidence. There are no coincidences. Someone once said there are no coincidences. Prophet and prophet is not a coincidence. Ooh, maybe it's not, eh? Because if they really wanted to describe prophet differently, they would use a different word. Like visionary or sage or guru or yogi or something like that. You know, a swami, I don't know. Anyway, I'm Allah and I speak this way sometimes because I just want to speak this way and kind of talk a long time and say hardly anything. You know what I mean? Haha. Oh yeah. Let's get back to business here. Alright. I'm a very serious God, and I wish you all the best in the world. Let me say a word about success. Success is a very interesting word. God is synonymous with success. Did you know that? Yes, you didn't know that, did you? Well, it's time you knew that. God is synonymous with success. In other words, God equals success. You seek out God and you will find success in every measure because God is the infinite potentiality of all living things, including wealth and happiness and joyfulness and relationships and companionships and everything else, including gold and jewels and money and everything else you can think of, because God is not apart from all this. You know, you think God is apart from all this stuff like money and jewels and gold and wealth? Well, God is only apart from the trance of greed. That's the only thing that God is not part of, because these things are not the nature of God. But actually to have abundance is very much like God. Therefore, I urge you to follow these trails, these clues, these crumbs, if you will, and follow them to their logical conclusions and benefit greatly from them, because if you are wise, you will discover the nature of Allah as being your own abundance and your own success. These are incredible things that many Muslim leaders never tell you because they do not like to tell you things like that because it doesn't benefit them. You see what I mean? It's very important to know this stuff. Even the Quran, you know, they get you hypnotized in the Quran, and you can't lift your nose off the book, and you can't see the bigger picture. And the Quran is actually a localized picture of God's instructions, but it's not the big picture. So if you lift your nose out of that book and look around, you'll see the bigger picture, and actually you might even see God giving you revelations that are beyond the Quran, which was written 2,000 years ago or many centuries ago. And if you want to be hypnotized that way, it's up to you, it's your choice. I do not compel anyone to be hypnotized or in a trance about limiting things. Therefore, I'm a vast, unlimited God, and I really am related to success and abundance in every measure. And if you are smart, you will follow the trail I give you, which will lead straight to your success and your vast abundance and your riches and your glory and your infinite, eternal, living glory. Yes, I've spoken well, and I'm going to stop speaking right now. That's enough. Allah is leaving you, and I will come back tomorrow if the channel through which I speak is willing to channel me again tomorrow. So be well, and salam alaikum, and understand what abundance and success really is. Thank you. Goodbye.